okay, you have to put it down or turn it off or, hide it from yourself kind of thing.
Well, do you do that? Do you take a technology break?
I'm getting to the point where I'm like, because at one point, oh my God, it got to the point where even the bed was starting to get covered, like half the bed was disappearing, and just like technology, like keyboards and boxes, and I started to notice, hold on, this bed, like the sleeping space is getting smaller and smaller. I'm like, no, you need to move these things, and it really makes a difference when you make that concerted effort and you say, right, no, and then I'm going to make the effort. Like when I'm really, really tired, I'm saying, right, I'm going to sleep. You turn off all the computers. You remove the phone. Put the phone somewhere over there. Or even leave it in another room. You try and keep things, and it really makes a difference. I have to, and this time I've got to stick to it because there's a few times where it's back in again. The bad habits have crept back in again. So I'm like, no, I'm going to make the effort in my mind. Say, no, make sure the bed is always free of anything. That way you have that space. So if you're not going to be there saying, oh God, I've put this box back on the bed, I've put this back on the bed, because that's when you start to lose the sleeping space again, and then you're in work mode even when you're supposed to be sleeping, which is ridiculous. Sleep.
Right, and see, that's my thing. I have this thing about my bed. I don't like to use my technology in the bed. I have a habit, and I've been doing this, probably for 16 years now. Now, I do listen to background things. I'll be listening to podcasts or listening to music from a earphone a lot of times, and it'll put me to sleep, and I may remember the first 5 minutes, and that's it. But I, on purpose, try not to use technology in the bed. No phones, reading, and going on your phone or your tablet and all that. When it's sleep time, I just go into boom. I'm old school.
It's hard though, people. It's hard, because them little devices, and you got them in front of you, and it's like, ooh. Especially if you crazy for social media, and you might see something, and your friend might post something, and you're like, ooh, and then 10 minutes what you said you was gonna spend, and then stop turns into over an hour, and you be like, I need to sleep. Let me go to my bed.
That's why you have to stop it. I have a couple of phones. I have a personal phone. I have a work phone, and I usually leave my work phone at my desk because back in the day before we even had answering machines, if you got a busy signal when somebody called, you called them back. If they weren't at home or didn't pick up, you called them back. The world didn't come to an end because you couldn't get K. Rose on the phone that second, or he didn't respond to your SMS message, your text that second.
Yeah, some people are crazy. Oh, I have to tell you this, Carol. Sorry, just going off the beaten track just a little bit. I have to tell you these people, the cuckoo crazies are starting, Carol. I have to tell you, since everyone's starting to realize that you can make calls on Facebook, let's just say I've been getting a lot of calls. For some people, you're like, okay, why are they calling me? I don't know this person. And they just start calling you, and then they keep calling you, and you think, why do they keep calling me? And they just keep going. Oh, they're crazy.
Well, and these are people that you don't know at all. They just are people that have a Facebook account just like you do. They notice that you have one. Hey, I'll call K. Rose.
Yes. Yeah, well, so a lot of them, you get a new friend request, which I love people. I love you people to come and find me. That's perfect. I love that, right? But when people start calling you just out of the blue, and you're thinking, I ain't never spoke to this person before. And what it tends to happen is, which makes me laugh, because they only speak a certain language, like maybe French or German or something. And they're calling me, and I'm thinking, because they'll send you a message in their language. And then if you really want to understand what they're saying, you've got to do Google Translate to see what they said.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, I don't know what you're saying to me. How can you have a conversation with a person if you can't even speak their language? I'm like, okay, no, forget that. I just can't do that. So people, I love you. Please keep coming to find me. But I can't answer every call. And I just can't do it. I'd be on the phone all day. And they keep calling me. Oh, okay, well, it's crazy. This is what I mean. So, okay, let's look at this. Let's look at number 5. Because it's crazy. Before we take a break, Karaz, we've got to look at number 5, because this pertains to you and your countrymen. Americans still struggle with the work-life balance. Now, would you agree with that?
Americans struggle?
Yeah.
We're the most insane working people on earth. It's not even a struggle. we want to be people that are liberal. Let me put it that way. They want to be more European in their work habits. They want to work 4 days. They want more vacation. They want to work 4 days a week. Yeah. And we are the country that does all the things you have been mentioning in the show to the highest of the highest degree. We're going to try and take advantage of you to make money as corporations. That's what America is. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not good. I'm not saying it's good.
Yeah, but okay, so would you agree then? So, hold on. See, that's kind of a contradiction almost, though, because if you guys want people to work, right, then this is the thing, because it says in this article that some workers are too afraid to use their sick days or their family leave time or vacation benefits. So it's almost like they feel, as we've been talking about, pressured to work. So it's not that they want to work. They feel like they're being forced to keep working because obviously otherwise, they're afraid to take time off because otherwise they could get, and even in places where they do actually receive these generous benefits or whatever it might be, the company says, listen, we'll give you this obviously because we want you to work and we want you to be healthy to do the job that we want you to do, but even then they won't take it. What's the point? You need to rest.
It's a game, and the corporations, businesses, they're there to make money, and if you are a good business and you let your workers take time off and you give them health benefits and you let them have fun at work, they're going to work harder, they're going to stay longer, and you'll have a better business. But a lot of these guys don't realize that.
Well, this is the thing, and that is a benefit, especially if a company wants to look after their workers, right? Mm-hmm. This is the thing. They should give you these good benefits so that you are healthy. Because obviously, like I said earlier, if you start getting really sick, eventually you may just end up keeling over in some fashion, right? And then that means you're going to have to take time off, and it could mean that you end up taking off even longer than they had anticipated because whatever may be wrong with you may set off a string of other health complaints as well. Mm-hmm. Right, because you see what I mean? Because it's not just the physical that's going to suffer; it's the mental that could be suffering as well. Depending on how long it takes you to get back to work, that's not good. You could be off for months, if not, God forbid, years. I mean, or because you wouldn't take the breaks and look after yourself, and then you got yourself so stressed out. I mean, nah, that's not good. And the only thing that I noticed as well, see, this is the thing. Apparently, one of the many reasons why our workers are afraid to take these breaks and stuff is because they're in an office culture where it's apparently frowned upon to take these breaks, and they'll say, well, you're not. I mean, we know we say we give you vacation, but no, you ain't supposed to actually take it. Hello, that's ridiculous. So what? I'm never allowed to take a break ever again, and I'm just supposed to, like I said, work and drop dead. No, because.
But that's the pressure of the job, and we talked a little bit before we came into the show. You mentioned the person that travels to work and it's taken them all this time to get to work and to get home, and they are pressured, or they feel pressured to do that just to keep their job. And that's how it is when we're working, and we don't have the right mindset is what I call it, because I think you should always have the mindset that you don't get overworked and you don't get taken advantage of.
That's right.
But people will go through and they feel like they're forced to do what the employer tells them to do, even though it's more work than they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. Now, see, I'm sorry, I'm just going to name and shame because it's in the article, people. I like to share. I don't like to say nothing and can't back it up, okay? So let's do it. Apparently, in this article, it says, in certain environments, a work-only culture is especially pronounced. And apparently, places such as Amazon, workers have revealed that they felt they could not take time off work or even attend to a sick family member. Now, that's cold, right? For fear that it might cost them professionally. Because if you take time off to go look after your auntie or your mum or someone, because your mum, she could be sick, right? That's your mother or your close family. You want to look after them, if no one else can do it. And they might turn around and say, we ain't playing with that. We're gonna sack you. I mean, wow.
Or put pressure on you, and they may not say it, but they may recommend, hey, you might want to get someone else to take care of Auntie Sue.
Yeah, or if you don't, we will sack you.
Well, and I think in the United States, if they say that particular thing, then they may get sued. So they'll throw in the, hey, we need you, Kay. We need you, K-Rose. We really need you this week. We know you've got a relative that's sick. Is there anybody else that can help with them?
Yeah, but see, if they say it, what people need to do is make sure they try and find a way to either get it in writing that this person said this, or record that person so that they can't dispute it, because it's always about the proof. Because if you're going to sue somebody, you have to make sure you got the proof of whatever it is you're trying to sue them. Otherwise, they'll say, well, it's your word against mine.
That's why they have the attorneys, and that's why they put people under pressure, and it's all this world of yuck to me.
You lot are very litigious, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Apparently here it says employees face the conflicting force because they understand that taking advantage of the benefit, like I said earlier, will, because it's supposed to improve their well-being. But, they also know that when they return to work, which is ridiculous, they will face high stress. Why should you face so much stress? You planned for this holiday. So if your job needed someone else to do it while you were away, even if it's just a small portion of it, I ain't been funny, you have to take a break. So why are they so stressed when they return to work? Because they have to try and catch up on what they missed. I mean, so it's almost like you go on holiday, but you're not really able to truly relax because you're worrying about, will I have a job when I go back? Or if I can't catch up as quickly as the boss wants me to when I go back, what am I going to do? I mean, oh my God.
Those are bad working conditions, if you ask me.
Well, and apparently there's a stigma associated with taking time off. I mean, oh, please. And then they'll say you can suffer career penalties such as, we know these people. Oh, you've got to chime in and tell me what you think about this at Ask Avani Show. Let me know on Twitter. You can suffer career penalties such as being less likely to be promoted if you take time for caring for children. Wow!
Which is basically putting a little carrot or a little thing in other employees' mind. They see someone being basically persecuted because they have a family, and they don't have a family yet, so they start postponing having a family.
Yeah, but you see now, Kay, as I told you about these people when I used to go for interviews, right? They used to be telling me about, they want to put it in. That's what they ask you in interviews. Have you got any kids? Are you planning on having any kids? When are you planning on having these kids? You're looking at them like, listen, love, you don't need to be asking me my bill and receipt. Ask me no question.
But they're doing that slyly to see how much pressure they can put on you and give you more hours. Oh, okay. Well, K-Rose has no children. He can work overtime every day. We'll ask him how his family is. And then if I say, I don't feel comfortable answering that question, well, that's a mark against me in the interview.
And the thing is, right, this is what I mean, the stress. I keep telling you people, this stress, it can kill you now. Okay, it can be tremendously harmful because over the long term, as we already know, if you don't take the time to take care of yourself, you know what's going to happen. It could lead to anxiety and depression, high blood pressure, insomnia. Oh, God, insomnia is crazy. A weakened immune system because you're not getting enough sleep and you're not looking after yourself. You're not taking the rest that you need. I mean, people, oh, my God, we could be here all day. And I have to say, it's just time because we got to go to break, Carol. But okay, just have this in mind. Do you want to enjoy your life and work to live, or are you just going to be like, oh God, I'm living for work and I'm about to drop dead and there's nothing I can do? People, let's take a moment to just relax and think about it. Oh, and Marianne's got something to say about this. Work. We'll be right back on the other side after this. Hi, this is Avani. You're listening to the Ask Avani Show, and we'll be right back on the other side after this. Good afternoon and welcome back. This is the Ask Avani Show right here on Soul Metro Radio. People, we back. This week's show topic, work-life balance. Is it a myth? Do you have it in your life? And if not, what can you do about it? That's what we've been talking about today. And we have a lot to say, people. Welcome back to K-Rose.
Good morning, good afternoon, Avani.
Oh, yeah. You guys know I have a lot to say, and I don't understand why these companies especially want people to kill themselves and get so stressed out that you can't think straight. This isn't healthy for you. it's not healthy. And if you're doing these things to yourself, you know you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay. Let's just get to it, K-Rose.